Okay, where were we? Well, I think we're at the frame here. Here's the frame ready for the sandblaster. $200 to sandblast this, and he said it was hard work. He should have charged a lot more. It was nasty. And there it is. Paint free, and it's in good shape. No rust. Came out real nice. Worth doing. Here's the rear end, sandblasted. Yeah. Okay, the paint is on the front suspension. It's called Chassis Saver. I found this stuff called Chassis Saver, and boy, it is wonderful to use. It goes on nice and clean, and it looks great. Chassis Saver. Here's a bunch of bolts. Every bolt I took off the car, I boiled it in water, scraped it, boiled it, and then wire wheeled it. And got everything back looking pretty good without any chemicals. That was kind of nice. And mounting the brakes up with new brake cylinders, of course. Everything looks clean. I just love the look of clean stuff going back on. Doesn't that look good? All shiny. Got the steering box fitted there. Got some back wheels. Got some front wheels. Got the high-low box going in. It's taking shape. There's our brake stuff, all master cylinder and this and that put together. And the clutch pedal, steering box, high-low box, everything's going in pretty good. And here's some other parts. Okay, now here's the parts that came from electric parts company, car parts company. Controller. We got a resistor and a fuse, a charger. There's the fuse holder and the fuse. Ring terminals. Pot box, or I guess you call it a gas pedal. Contact. Display. And the shunt, which I'm not sure what a shunt does, but it's important, I guess. Here's the coupler from the motor to the flywheel. They did a real nice job on that, all custom. Very nice job. Here's the welding cable, the copper flexible welding cable, 2/0. Nice stuff. D&D motor, 7-inch. I think it's called a, what was it, E15F or S? I don't know. I have the model number someplace. This is the adapter ring from motor to adapter plate. There's the adapter plate. There's the ring from adapter plate to bell housing. So, but first the coupler goes on. You can see I heated it up to get on there. That's why it's discolored. And then the adapter ring. Then the adapter plate. Another adapter ring. And the flywheel, clutch assembly, and the bell housing and transmission. Pretty cool. All bolted right up. They did a nice job. Electric Car Parts Company. Man, they do nice stuff. There it is sitting in the car. Starting to look like an electric car. I like that. Gives a little high-tech look. Here's the back end. This is where the battery boxes are going to go. So let's start building battery boxes. And here's the forward one. It's a kind of a flat tray. Pretty simple. Bend up, but came out nice. Galvanized metal. Here's the rear one. It's the deep one. It's going to hold about 11 batteries. Again, simple, but everything had to be measured very precisely so it fit just right. And there they are in place. Yeah, came out pretty good. And here's the guy who did it, Danny Breckenridge. Danny Breckenridge Welding. The guy's great with, he just does nice work. Good artist. Yep, he's a lot of help in this project. In fact, he built this this little cradle mount for the electric motor, utilizing the motor mounts from the engine. Came out pretty good. Got a hinged, kind of a handcuff kind of thing grabbing the electric motor, and came out pretty good. Painted it up nice and silver. Yeah. So in the meantime, we're still working on the body. There's Terry doing some spray washing. The body was in good shape. I mean, there's dents and bondo and holes, but I mean, no rust. Really, it was in fine shape for as much as it's been through. It's coming along, and here we go. This is the all degreased, power washed, sanded, washed, sanded, rinsed, sanded, and ready for the paint shop. In the meantime, the car comes back to get some more stuff done. Painting some of the odds and ends, steering column, windshield, covers, brake pedals, things like that. And here's the body back. Now, it was supposed to be red. In fact, this is the third paint job. We tried red twice, and it's a long story, but it didn't work out. Ended up going with tan. Desert tan. It looks alright, though. I can live with it. Here's putting in the plywood on the inside of the walls of the bed, of the rear bed there. 9-ply birch. Nice and light and stiff and easy to work with. There it's going around the back. And those are spacer bars down in the metal. I don't know if you can see those. Those are holding the wooden battery covers off 1.5 inches off of the frame so that the tires don't rub. And so there's the battery covers, the back end. And so it came out all right, huh? It's nothing fancy. It's time for batteries. Here's the battery. Lithium batteries, lithium ion. 3.2 volts each, 16 of those. About $110 each. This is a swager. This is the thing that crimps the ring terminals onto the 2-aught welding cable. You stick it in there, hit that thing with a sledgehammer, and it does a nice job. Yeah. And then you heat shrink, of course. Here's the batteries in place. Here's a little better shot. The batteries those are bus bars with the batteries next to each other, and then I made up the cables on everything else. You can see them up top there, ready to go in. And those little green doohickeys are the BMS, the Battery Management System. And what they do is they monitor the battery level, deep discharge, got a bad cell, things like that, and they are all hooked up to the head end board. And there's this guy, and this is up front, and this takes the signals from the battery modules and gives you warnings in case anything goes wrong, and also gives you warnings some other stuff. So anyway, should be a pretty good little system. There's the electronics, all going to be hidden up under the dash there. Not very good picture, but there they are, including the contactor and the shunt, 500 amp shunt. There's the fuse, 400 amp fuse, the controller. And this is what a garage looks like after an all-nighter working on an EV conversion. Every tool is out of the box and on the ground. And if anybody tells you can do an EV conversion in a weekend, then they are lying, because it's a big job and it takes every tool that you own. And the ceremonial first ride, we actually took some pretty aggressive four-wheel drive road to get up to the top of this train tunnel to take a picture. Obviously there's some cosmetics to be done, but it ran good. It likes second gear a lot. The clutch was slipping on real steep. I had to go down to low gear, so I'm gonna have to put in a new clutch disc at some point. But yeah, it's kind of a weird looking little clown car, but it runs great, all electric. And then I thought, well, let's paint up the wheels. So if you've ever done car stuff, you've done this before. Taped off the rims, get them ready for the white paint. Here's some close-ups of the dashboard. Got the old Crosley Speedo in with the new display. This is the cover that is in the inside cover that covers up all the electronics, and a little high voltage sign we found on the side of the road. Thought that was cute. There's the dualies all painted up. This is coin grip. That's what we went with. We went with coin grip vinyl flooring. Looks all right, huh? These are what you call. Do you know what these are? These are called surface bolts. Recess them into the back wood there, the catches, and that holds the back deck down. They look pretty good. And here's the battery cover for the auxiliary battery. Made a little hinge cover for that. Here's our switches for ignition and lights. There's the back end with the battery box hanging down. Went with LED tail lights. We'll see how it goes. They weren't too spendy. There's the big old 7-inch glass in front and some little aftermarket trailer lights. And there's our custom, Terry made this custom gas pedal out of that 9-ply birch. Looks pretty good. I like it. And there's our new engine compartment with the cover on it. Nice and clean. In fact, the idea is to put a ice chest in here. Go for a little drive, pop the hood, pull out some cold drinks and snacks, some silverware, blanket. You know what I mean? Have it right there. I like it. It's nice and clean looking. And I'll put the old serial number back on. I did all new hard brake lines. Me and Ken Ramsey used Conifer brake lines out of England, a place called Fed Hill. Hooked us up with those and the brake line flaring tool. Nice stuff. There's the charge cord, all ready to go. Wrapped up and hanging from its hook. Ready to charge. I don't know why I took this picture, but it's the front end. And that's how it looks now. Looks all right. I kind of like the way it used to look, but I like this too. Got the peachish tan thing going. And that's about it. Oh, there's one thing. I want to show you some before and after. Okay, so here's the old dashboard. And here's the new one. I don't know. A little different. Here's the old steering column support. And here's the new one. Gas pedal and brake pedal. A little difference, huh? There's the old frame and master cylinder and brake lines. Clean that up a little bit. There's the rear suspension, rear axle. Get that shined up a little bit. There's the frame, how it used to be, and the frame, how it is now. And underneath the bed, how it used to look, and now. And the engine compartment, of course, and now. I kind of like this. I kind of like the way it looked, but this is a nice fresh look. And there it is. Thanks for watching. It was a fun job. I don't know if I'd do it again, but hopefully it'll be around for a while.